Well, hello everybody out there in YouTube world. This will be one of my first videos on my chickens. Like I said in my previous video, my name is Noelle Mosier and I'm a backyard chicken keeper. I'm also a blogger. My blog is called The Country Clucker, which is the name of this coop. So I figured we would start there. Currently I have about 40 some chickens. I'll probably have 50 or so by the time I'm done with everything. But I thought I would just get everybody kind of an overview of my coops, my breeds, and if you have any questions you can put those in the comments and I'll try to answer them the best I can. Okay, I guess we'll start at the beginning. This is my first coop. This is called the Country Clucker. Yes, all my coops have names and they all have personalities, but we'll get to that. So this coop is called the Country Clucker. It was the first coop that I built. It is about 10 years old. My husband and we built it from scratch. And it has been the only coop that I have built because it is quite an undertaking and we're not craftsmen, so we're just kind of glad we didn't kill ourselves. But in here we have a covered run. These are just the trusses. And on top of this truss I have this wire. This is so if there's any animals that land on top, say a hawk, they can claw their way through the tarp here, but they won't be able to enter the pen because they can't claw their way through this wire. So that's a heavy gauge wire. And of course I got the name put up there. The Country Clucker. And so this is still, I've yet to get in here and really clean this up, but during the winter I have this plastic and stuff on the side of it to keep the elements out. But yeah, just about any time here I need to start getting this plastic off and kind of getting everything ready for spring. And I usually have some flowers in here for the girls, usually things that like to grow in the shade, like impatiens. And so here's the little ladder that they go up into their coop. And then I've got their food and their water here. Inside here is a sandbox, because oftentimes during the winter the ground is either wet or frozen or snow and the girls can't dust bathe. And so I just keep sand in there. And dust bathing is an activity that chickens like to do. It's kind of like a bath for us, like a spa day. They do that to keep their feathers conditioned and also keep the mites and lice down, which they don't have very much of anyway. But they enjoy their dust bathing. This is a home currently to 6 Buff Orpingtons and a Cochin Rooster. You'll be introduced to them in a little bit, but right now I've got 2 Silkies that wandered in here. But yeah, they actually belong over there in the other coop, but everybody likes to explore each other's digs. So yeah, this is the Country Clucker. It is a walk-in pen. I don't remember the dimensions, but I can fit about 20 chickens in here. And so this is the pen, and then back here is the back side of the coop. And this is just on hinges that I just pull up and I clean. And then this here is the nesting box on the side here. As you look in there, you can see the nesting box there. I haven't cleaned it yet this morning, but I'll have to get to that here. And so, yeah, and I have it here underneath this large tree, which in and of itself is its own ecosystem. But yeah, this is their outdoor round when I have to have them pinned up. Okay, on to the next coop. Oh, I see we have a line forming back here, huh? These are my Buff Orpington girls. These girls are about 9 years old. So in chicken terms, that's old. It's a traffic jam here at the nesting box. Okay, so onward. This coop I call Betsy's Bliss. It is just a small little coop. This is what I normally use as a broody breaker. So if I have a hen that wants to sit on eggs, but I don't have any eggs for her to sit on, or I don't want her to sit on any eggs, I'll put her in here and it'll basically break is kind of a bad word. It's not like I'm breaking the chicken. It's just that I stopped her her nesting instincts, and so that way she'll go back to laying eggs and not sitting and blocking the nesting boxes from everybody. But I'll just stick her in here. She'll have food and water in here, but she'll have no shavings, because if there's no shavings, she won't make a nest, and so she'll kind of go back to doing other chicken related activities like pecking and hunting and laying eggs and things like that. So this is my broody breaker. It's just big enough for one hen. It usually takes a couple days, and then after that they're kind of done with the broodiness and they're ready to go back to being a chicken. Broody hens, they are a very interesting creature. A lot of people think that roosters are mean, but broody hens can be just as mean as, if not meaner, and so they'll peck anybody who tries to approach them, even their other coop mates. So it's best to get a broody hen out of the coop, so that way they don't irritate everybody else and take up the nesting boxes and everything. So this is my broody breaker. Over here's another coop. This is called Roy's Roost. This is a multifunctional coop. This is where I put a broody hen that is sitting on eggs. I'll put her in here. This coop is low to the ground. It's got a small pen. There's no ladder that the mama hen will have to climb. There's no ladder that the baby chicks will have to navigate. So, and I also use it as an outdoor brooder. During the winter, I will brood inside when it's really cold, like in the early spring. But right now, when it's really warm outside, once the chicks get large enough, I kind of move them outside. So this coop out here is kind of my multi-purpose brooder, broody hen hutch. I've also used it as a hospital coop if I have any chickens that need to be separated. I'll put them in here. But right now, this is a brooder. This is an outdoor brooder. These are all my chicks. The breeds I have 3 breeds in here. I have Australorps, I have Americanas, and I have Polishes. And these are all standard size chickens. And so they're getting the sun. And so in here, I have their water. We got some food back there. This is a radiant heat plate. It mimics the hen, or the heat of a mother hen. And then of course they've got their little door, and of course shavings on the ground. But back there they just kind of huddle up and sleep. So this is my outdoor brooder for the time being. And so these chicks are, oh goodness, I want to say they're a couple months old. Maybe 6 to 7 weeks old. So they're enjoying the outdoors and getting to know everybody else around. So there's that coop. And the coop right behind me, where you have been hearing all the noise come from, this is the tortoise. This is my son's coop. He has the silkies. So this coop is home to 7 silkies. I have 5 hens and 2 roosters, the 2 that you've been hearing crowing back here. So in here is a silky coop. This is a prefab coop from Tractor Supply. We've had it about 3 years. It's in great condition. I have built a coop, and I have also bought prefab coops. Honestly, building a coop was very, very hard work for me, mainly because I'm not a carpenter, nor am I very good at power tools. So for me, the prefab coops are really the way to go. A lot of chicken keepers will disagree with me, and that's totally okay. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. But for me, for someone who is not a carpenter, is not a woodworker, and should really not be using power tools, these coops are a safer option. And I've had this one for 3 years, and I've had no issues with it at all. Structurally, it's sound. They're made very well. So in here, we've got the 3 nesting boxes. I put their food and water up here. They have their roost bars. And this just slides the poop tray out right here.